Scandinavian Bob here, hi. If you are trying to overcome your porn addiction, there are a few pitfalls you may be falling into. Let's jump in and take a look at what they are right away so you can avoid doing so. The first one is not replacing your porn addiction with something and you keep spending the same amount of time in front of your computer or with your smartphone. Now, we are all different, so I can't say that this is your biggest mistake, but it is certainly a very big mistake a lot of guys are making when trying to quit. Listen, you cannot just keep spending all your time on your digital devices if you want to succeed with this, and there are many reasons for that. First reason is because it's obviously in front of your computer that you will run into the most of your triggers, and then the relapse is just 3 seconds away. The second reason, well, you should know that your prefrontal cortex is still very weak in the beginning of your reboot. Now, the PFC is the part of your brain that is responsible for your self-control, and you can't be hanging on your computer every evening when you are tired, irritable, and you have low blood sugar levels, because your willpower will eventually fail. The third reason to get away from your computer is because you need to fill the void with something. You see, when guys give up porn, it is like it leaves a big hole in their life. And let's face it, for many guys, porn has been there to use for a number of things. Think about it, even if not consciously aware of it. The high dopamine spikes porn provides can be used as comforting behaviors when feeling lonely, or as escapism when life is rough, or as a celebration when life is good, or as a sexual outlet when not having any partner. And it could even fool our brains into thinking we have more status than we actually have. Because hey, by using porn we suddenly have access to all kinds of hot babes, and we all know that throughout history, high-status men have always had an easier time getting all those hot women. So in a sad way, porn has also hijacked and filled your status need in an artificial way. And what's even more sad is that your brain also thinks it fills your need for connection, even though jacking off to adult sites is pretty much the most lonely thing you can be doing. The point being this, for many men, porn has artificially filled a lot of functions, and if you then suddenly rip that away, it will indeed leave a big black hole, and you need to fill that void with something, and this should preferably be something that involves real life people. So really do your best to come up with new activities to do away from the screen. Even just taking a daily walk with a friend can do wonders for you. Another mistake people make when trying to quit is that they do not learn anything from their relapses. You see, most guys count days when doing nofap. They put a big X on everyday clean on the calendar and try to build up a good streak. And that's fine, of course. But then when they relapse, they mark the end of the streak and they go, God damn it, okay, back up on the horse. I'm going to try to break my record. Let's hope I can make it further this time. And so the marking continues. Well, it's not the marking that is bad here, but it is the attitude of let's hope I make it further, because hoping is not enough. Now, I'm not saying that you should beat yourself up, but what needs to happen after a relapse is you sitting down and writing down how the relapse happened. This is absolutely crucial if you want to overcome your addiction. Write down what steps led up to the relapse and what you could have done to prevent it. It is absolutely crucial in order to avoid making the same mistakes again and again and again. And so then we have the mistake of not taking good care of yourself. Some guys try to overcome their addiction to porn, all while continuing to drink a lot of alcohol, smoking cigarettes, eating a lot of junk food, and so on. Now there are many problems with this, but the biggest one, I believe, is your self-image. Think about it. What kind of self-image are you feeding if you keep doing this? Well, that's right. You are feeding a self-image of that of a person who does not really take good care of himself. And here's the thing. The strongest force in human psychology is the need to stay consistent with how we define ourselves. Yes, your self-image is the core driver behind your actions in life. And let me ask you this. What else would a person who does not really take good care of himself be capable of doing? Well, he could, for example, suddenly just choose to relapse to porn because, hey, it seems to be the case that he's not really caring that much about what's best for him anyway. Now, if you want to quit porn, then you have obviously made up your mind that porn is bad for you. But if you then keep feeding a self-image of that of a person who does not take good care of himself, then do not be surprised if you then just choose to relapse from time to time either, because you are just being consistent with your identity. I personally had to start taking much better care of myself in every area of my life before I finally was able to overcome my addiction a few years back. And oh hey guys, if you are addicted to adult sites and you are tired of relapsing, then listen up here. The last couple of months I have been checking out a system created by a licensed therapist using something called habit construction therapy to quit using adult sites for good, and I have to say the results are truly impressive. Now, when doing some more research in order to find out if this is something I could recommend to my subscribers, I got to know Josh, the therapist, and I would like to invite you to join a webinar where Josh tells you more about how this very system has helped him and many other guys quit using adult sites for good. Now, what makes this system so good is that Josh has personal experiences from having to become free from adult sites, and that in combination with the new HCT method produces absolutely phenomenal results. Yeah, so Josh is the real deal. I'm happy I got to know him, and his system is actually so good that I decided to become an affiliate for it. It is the best system you can currently find out there, and I can highly recommend it to you. But I have to tell you though, this is not something for you if you are just doing NoFap like a cool little challenge. You know, like for example to get a deeper voice and stuff like that. No, you have to understand that Josh has literally spent thousands of hours on educating himself and then on creating a phenomenal system. So obviously that means it will take some time and investment from you. So do not go there and then come back here saying, hey, why are you sending me to something that costs money? Because that's just bloody obvious, and anything else would simply be just craziness. I mean, it's really that high quality. Now, it is 100% free to sign up to the webinar and listen to when Josh talks about the principles behind it. But if you are not willing to invest in yourself, then that's fine. But if so, don't even go there and don't complain. Simple as that. However, if you are sick and tired of relapsing, you notice the negative consequences and you need to put your life in order and quit once and for all, and you want to put yourself together, then I invite you to join the webinar. Just type into your URL address bar browser right now pmoflatline.com/web3, or click the link under this video where it says webinar and it'll take you there. You cannot find a better time than right now to put yourself together as we have a new year here and all. Alright, this is Scandinavian Bob signing out for today. Consider subscribing for more helpful videos, and as always I wish you all the best in your journey to become the strongest version of yourself. And remember, as Winston Churchill used to say, if you're going through hell, keep going.